So what we have before us here are the makings for a cocktail party. A gathering with friends doesn't have to be a sit-down dinner, formal, fancy. It could just be a few nibblies and drinks, and it doesn't have to be boring old store-bought puff pastry or those old dips that we've seen for decades. I've put together a bunch of appetizers that are really fast to do and really delicious. And what makes them special is the holders. They're pretty, they're really neat to look at. And the most important thing for a cocktail appetizer, it seems to me, is that you have to be able to eat it in one bite, and you got to be able to hold your drink at the same time and talk. So it's got to be pretty simple. I would suggest all kinds of interesting holders, like look at these red endives. Is this not the perfect cup? I'd put maybe crab salad in there, or shrimp, or maybe a little really good quality canned tuna with some olive tapenade. So those are beautiful. In Chinatown, I bought some really neat little ceramic spoons. I don't know, 25 cents each, 50 cents each. Or these little bamboo barquettes. They'd be great little holders for a salmon carpaccio. You don't even need a fork to eat them. The other thing is crostini are always nice. You could do these in advance. I sliced up some baguette and put it in the panini press, but you could put it in a fry pan. And they're ready to go for any kind of topping. Multigrain crackers are pretty nice too. Crispy, they've got some good flavor and some nice texture. They'd be lovely with smoked duck, a little prosciutto maybe. Also, how about these? Look how pretty these are. So they're cherry tomatoes, but multicolored cherry tomatoes. I'll cut off the tops, scoop out the seeds, and fill them. Maybe crab, maybe tuna, a little goat cheese. That'd be neat. Maybe marinated goat cheese. So let's get started. One of my favorite appetizers is caramelized onion and cranberry crostini. I sliced up some onion really, really thin. I've got dried cranberries because they're really great for their sweet, tart taste, and they're local. Pine nuts, if you want, not necessary. Porto, which adds a nice sweetness too, a little roundness, and some fresh rosemary. Fabulous smell. So I'm gonna chop it up really fine. I've got some olive oil on. I guess the key here is to cook the onions really, really slow. That's what caramelizes them, brings out their natural sugars. We don't want, if you have it on high heat, they're gonna burn and brown. And what we want is for them to be a kind of pale golden and really, really sweet. Okay, so the onions are coming along nicely. They're soft, a little golden, but not too cooked. So I'm gonna add a splash of Porto. Just a splash, and then I'm gonna cook it till it evaporates so that we have just the flavor left, and a handful of dried cranberry. Look how pretty that looks. I love how that looks. And some fresh rosemary. I'll stir it all up. Doesn't have to cook much longer now. Want it to thicken. Make sure all the alcohol's gone. Might do a little grating of pepper and a pinch of salt. Okay, really festive. I'm going to put a little mound of caramelized onion and cranberry on the crostini. Boy, this is good.